Hello and welcome to the Fish Nerds, the show about fish, fishing, and eating fish. I'm Clay Groves, Chief Executive Fish Nerd, and it's November. It's National Podcast Posting Month, NaPodPoMo. So every day this month, we are posting a Fish in the News episode for 30 days, taking the NaPodPoMo Challenge. And we're going to have all month long all kinds of special guests coming on the show to help us tell the news so I don't have to do all the work myself. If you want to be part of this, we would love to have your voice be on our show. Grab your phone, grab your computer, push record, and make us a Fish in the News story. Email it to clay@fishnerds.com, and we'll try to use it on the show. Or you can call in a suggestion, 607-378-FISH, and leave us a fishy voicemail. And tell us your Fish in the News stories. We'll use them on the show as well. So, without further ado, here's Fish in the News with special guest, our chief kid fishy correspondent, Zoe Groves, my daughter.
News, fish in the news. Everybody loves their fish in the news.
All right, so we're lucky. We're here today with Zoe Groves, our chief kid correspondent. Zoe, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good.
All right, and let me just give some background. How long you've been fishing?
11 and a half years.
11 and a half years. Pretty near your whole life, which makes about equal to my fishing experience. So, great job. All right, so Zoe's here to talk about, she wanted to do this story from the New York Times called Watch This Wolf Go Fishing by Jim Robbins. And here, I'll just read the article and we'll just jump in with some tidbits as we go.
Yes.
Wolves are thought of as red meat eaters, but a team of biologists in northern Minnesota near Voyageurs National Park has documented a pack that often enjoys a meal of fish. Have you heard of this before?
Yes, actually, this is the article I read to my class last year.
Oh, so this is like a rehash?
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
For me.
It's a rare glimpse of wolves catching and eating freshwater fish, although they have been observed eating spawning salmon in British Columbia and Alaska. And that makes sense in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many fish up there, right? Mm-hmm. But in Minnesota, you don't think about those fish runs the same way. All right, so wolves in Yellowstone have been known to chow down on trout, but it's unclear whether they actually caught the fish or if the fish was already dead. It's exceedingly rare, but they do it, said Douglas Smith, the park biologist. Wolves were collared by the Voyageurs Wolf Project to research into pack territory and prey, primarily beaver. And prey. Beavers are primary. I can't read the sentence. Beavers are primary prey, but also deer fawns and moose calves. You know what baby animals taste the best, Zoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, always eat the cute ones because it's them or you. All right. If wolves spent more than 20 minutes without moving, researchers went to the site to see if they were eating, and if so, what was it? So they tracked the wolves around, and if they stopped moving, they raced out to see what the wolves were up to. Mm-hmm. God, I think of the effort of collar. They put little video cameras on their collars, and they can just never have to follow them again.
That would be great.
Yeah, little wolf pros.
Yeah, like when that stuck out like that, like an arm's length away. Like when that stuck out an arm's length away, and...
Oh, yeah, the one that's hanging in front of it. Like put a helmet with one of those bars with the camera facing their faces so you can see their wolf faces. That'd be so fun. So Tom Gable, a doctoral student working on the project, noticed from GPS data that wolves from a pack named Bowman's Bay, they named the pack Bowman's Bay, were spending a lot of time near the stream. He went out to the forest to see why. When he arrived, he found a wolf on the bank of the stream. When I saw it just 8 meters away, it was running full steam into the middle of the creek, and then it ran back out. 8 meters, what's that in English?
8 meters?
Yeah.
In English.
Like a mile?
No, 8 meters.
Like 5
in
miles?
English is 8 meters because that's already in English.
Oh, how about in American? America, what's that in American?
A lot. I don't know.
So you figure each meter is roughly 3 feet, so 24 feet, roughly. When I saw it just 8 meters away, researchers set up remote cameras on that section of the creek and discovered the techniques a wolf uses to capture aquatic prey. The wolves are standing next to the creek in the dark, just listening and looking. You can see the wolves abruptly head to the water several times after hearing a splash, and they learn that fish splashing in the creek sounds like, and they know what it means. Food. Incredible. What kind of fish do you think they were getting?
A lot of trout, probably. And I think in the video, it had some. When I watched it the first time, it had some catfish they caught in it.
Yeah, no, in this one, actually, it is white suckers. So,
Yeah.
when suckers spawn, they these huge masses of fish, having this big, giant fish spawning fun party. And that's what they were taking advantage of. Now, does this surprise you that wolves would prey on fish?
Right now it doesn't surprise me because I did this article last year, but yes, it did surprise me that they go fishing when it was the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing too is they found that even though other packs in the area had access to the fish, only this one pack was doing it. Why do you think that is?
So I think that they got a taste of it. Like maybe there was a dead carcass of one from a different animal, and they got to taste it. And they liked the taste.
Yeah, I mean...
And they thought of it as easy food.
So they found this pack spends about 43 to 63% of their time actually fishing for these fish. So that's almost half of their hunting time. So they must have found it to be beneficial for them. Do you think that's like a cultural thing, that one pack would do it, one wouldn't, because one pack just doesn't know it exists?
Yeah, because, I mean, I know with dolphins that happens. Like, their fishing habits with dolphins is completely different across the globe.
Right, and everyone knows that wolves are land dolphins. All right, that's Fish in the
Everyone
News.
knows that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you, Zoe.
bye.
News, fish in the news. Everybody loves their fish in the news.
All right, so hey, thanks so much for listening today. Special thanks to Zoe for coming in, and big thanks to Diana's Bath Salts for making this, and we'll be back tomorrow.